All right, y'all can hear me loud and clear now, I'm sure. We should be back on with you guys. Yes, I can hear every last one. Making sure y'all good and making sure y'all can hear me. Drop some ones. Let me know y'all with me, where you're from. But peace, love, and law to each and every last one of you. Welcome you to the In God We Trust Academy podcast. And today we're going to be talking about Trump's executive orders and abolition of the IRS, right? So, hope you guys are ready for this today. Yes. Yo, man, it's been a lot just that happened in one day, man. I know a lot of people was distracted and watching the ball game and stuff like that, but I think that's a part of our problem as a people, and we rather make complaints than to really involve ourselves in certain things, And man, I put something on Facebook the other day. I said God is in control, and I said that may God use Donald Trump to carry out his will. And the first part is, people just, whatever the case, oh, well, God can't use him. God can use anybody. Literally. Anybody. Anybody that God chooses and wants to use for his will, his cause, which each and every last one of us are part of the purpose and the cause to carry out the will, right? Whether you're going to be the one who upholds the law, keeps the law, then you will represent what it means to be in the will of God that way. Or if you're going to be the one who transgressed the law, guess what? You're going to be the one to show what happens to people who transgress against the law, and God's word will still remain true, regardless of however you look at this, right? So I just want to say thanks to each and every last one of you, as always, for your participation, man, and just being here as always. You could be doing anything else, but you are participating with me and today. And again, like I say, it's always a good thing to get in here and do this, right? Give thanks to the Creator for this moment, this time, and everything that has transpired up until now, and that we have control of the now, right now, which will take control of the past, present, and future as well. So I give thanks, man, as always, right? Don't forget about, we have work sessions every Mondays and Wednesdays. So Monday, 11 a.m. Central Time, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. It's free, so you're welcome to come and join us. Do what you see on the flyer to join. So go to morrisnationalrepublic19@gmail.com and request that you be able to join the work sessions. Also, we doing trust as well. So if you want a full trust setup one-on-one, it comes with the actual In God We Trust Academy, the In God We Trust conference that we did with the replay and templates as well. And we sit there and we, help you get your trust fully set up. Okay. So if you're interested in that, you can go to ingodwetrustacademy.com to be able to do that there as well. Right. All righty then, man. So again, man, like I say, let's talk about this, man. Everything that you guys hear is for educational, religious purposes only. There's no legal advice here for any of you guys. So if you're looking for any legal advice, do seek a legal advisor. That is my religious duty to speak my religious experience and truth with you guys here today. As I tell you, my whole life is in the aspect of religion. Everything I do is for God, right? All right, so now let's jump into this. What has Mr. Donald Trump done here today? Okay, what are the things that Trump has done? So let's first go over all of the executive orders that has just been done. So, and you guys are not even aware of this, right? So let's make sure we know, because I know a lot of you watched the football game. You did not watch anything that went down with this, and some of you just don't care. But here's the thing, though. Y'all gonna hate this dude so bad, and you didn't read nothing that he did, and you hate it for no reason because you need to understand what is happening here for you. And a lot of you guys are gonna hate him, but still reap all the benefits. Every single one of the benefits, you're going to get it. And you can hate him, you can talk about him, or whatever you want to. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I noticed you guys talked about the hand signs of Elon Musk. Kamala Harris did the same thing. Obama did the same thing. I can show you many pictures of the same thing. You guys are letting the media control you instead of literally reading stuff for yourself. The media shouldn't control no aspect, okay, for you and your decision making. You got to remember they report based upon what keeps you watching. It's a money thing, right? So keep that in mind. So what did Donald Trump do? The number one, initial rescissions of harmful executive orders and actions. So this revokes specific executive orders from previous administration deemed detrimental to current policy objectives, right? So rescinds prior directives to realign federal policies with new administration goals, restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. So this was also done. Ensures federal agency uphold free speech rights and prohibit censorship of lawful expression. Hence why you seen, hence the reason why you even seen, what's his name? The Zuckerberg. Yeah. Why they made all this that they're going to, because they already knew the plan that was coming. You know what you got to do, right? Impact mandates a review. The impact of it mandates a review of agency policies to eliminate practices that suppresses lawful speech, right? Ending weaponization of the federal government. It prevents federal agencies from using their authority for partisan political purposes and establishes oversight mechanisms to ensure impartiality in federal operations. Beautiful. All right. Putting America first in international environmental agreements, right? Withdraws the United States from the Paris Agreement and other international climate commitments. Should focus on domestic energy policies, prioritizing economic growth over international environmental obligations. Literally brought the money right back here, right home to your own people. Here, home, in America, right? Application of Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Control Applications Act to TikTok. So it addresses national security concerns by restricting the use of applications like TikTok, which are controlled by foreign adversaries. So imposes limitations on bans or certain applications to protect data privacy and national security. So they gave them like 70-something days to get right. Also, they withdrew from the World Health Organization, which promoted that you guys get stuck in your arm and all this other stuff. The whole, pandemic, the plandemic thing that happened that they are actually being sued over right now that you guys should be aware of. Yeah. So, the Trump did that. He terminated the U.S. membership and should, right? All right, citing concerns over organizations' handling of global health issues, redirects funding to domestic health initiatives, and seeks alternative international health collaborations. Restoring accountability to policy influence positions with federal workforce. So implements measures to ensure that federal employees in policymaking positions are held accountable for their performance adherence to administration policies. Exactly. Everybody's held responsible. Everybody held responsible. All right. Yeah, held responsible. That's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? So it may include reclassification of certain positions to allow for more direct oversight and potential removal of employees not aligned with policy objectives. So holding former government officials accountable for election interference. I told y'all this was coming. I knew this was coming. See, I said this a long time ago that they're going to try all this shit they did to him throughout their whole term. And that was the whole point of Biden trying to pardon his family, et cetera, and all of that stuff. But here, look at this. Look at what happens. He comes right back around and get them because it did happen. There's proof that it happened in many different states, right? So they're going to hold former government officials accountable for election interference and improper disclosure of sensitive governmental information. Purpose investigates and holds accountable for former officials involved in election interference or unauthorized disclosure of sensitive information. Bro, it's over because they definitely caught red-handed. It's been proven too many times, right? It actually got proven the first year that Biden was in office. Impact could lead to the legal actions or sanctions against individuals found culpable, right? So clarifying the military's role in protecting territorial integrity of the United States defines the scope of military involvement in domestic security, particularly concerning border protection, right? The U.S. troops are immediately about to be sent to the border protection. Unleashing American energy promotes the expansion of domestic energy production, including fossil fuels, to achieve energy independence. Realigning the United States, right? Refugee admission program. So this is to adjust policies related to the admission, resettlement of refugees, potentially reducing the number of admissions as well, and protecting the meaning and the value of American citizenship, where he's definitely defining birthright citizenship now, right? So revised policies related to birthright citizenship and naturalization process impact may limit automatic citizenship for certain individuals born in the U.S. and alter naturalization criteria. So also securing our borders, we know that. Restoring the death penalty and protecting public safety, so reinstates the federal death penalty for certain crimes and emphasizes law and order policies. And I know why he did that, because he's going to move on some of these people with treason. That's why they want the federal death penalty. Y'all, like, man, again, I don't understand how people is not for a man that is in the full protection of the women and children who has been kidnapped, human trafficking, sex trafficking for a long time. And it's been a number, like it's been 800,000 plus almost every single, that's systematic. And when something is systematic, that means that you should be aware and and it's easy to point out something that is systematic. So when you notice that, that means that there has to be higher people involved, which we have found out. We found out what? There were judges, there have been sheriffs, there's been, all these public officials that's been involved in these rings, sex rings, right? It's true. We watched it. So you can't deny it. And it's like, how can you be against somebody that's for that? I've never seen not one president focus on that. And that's the reason why is because their buddies was in it. Epstein was a buddy of all of them, still is. Their families, Weinstein, etc. All of these people. And right now, the only ones that's getting hung out in the front are melanated people like R. Kelly, Sean Puffy Combs, or P. Diddy, however you want to say. And I've never seen no type of media that's been put on them. Like, this wasn't done to Weinstein. Weinstein did not have 15 documentaries. He didn't have all this other type of stuff, right? So you got to understand the capacity of this, right? So now, declaring national emergency. Remember, I keep telling y'all about the national emergency. We're always at a state of national emergency. Always, always, always. 50 U.S.C. 4305 B2. Go read that. So, declaring a national energy emergency recognizes challenges in energy supply, mandates actions to stabilize and increase energy production as well, authorizes emergency measures to boost energy infrastructure and reduce regulatory hurdles as well. So, reevaluating and realigning United States foreign aid. So, yeah, foreign aid program redirect funds to align with national interests and potentially reduce aid to certain countries, increasing accountability for aid recipients, meaning that we ain't sending all that damn money over to Ukraine and all that other stuff where these politicians have businesses and stuff like that right? And they get funded through some of this stuff as well. So we got to watch that. American People Against Invasion addresses concerns over mass migration and unauthorized entries into the U.S. right? Unleashing Alaska's extraordinary resource potential encourages the development of natural resources in Alaska, including oil and gas exploration, opens federal lands in Alaska to energy development, and reduces environmental restriction. That's beautiful as well. So, protecting the United States from foreign terrorists and other national security and public safety threats. So, these are all just, many different things. And plus, the main one we're going to talk about today, which is, well, we're going to be speaking about the abolition of the IRS. Okay, also, he also signed to where there's only one gender now. My bad. So, there's a male and female. Forgot to say that too. That's part of it. Male and female is the gender. So I just wanted to make that clear. That's been said. That's been done. So there's no more all this other crazy stuff, which I'm glad because I don't want grown men dressed as women in the bathroom with my children. My daughters, I got girls. I don't care how y'all look at it. Keep your adult preferences to yourself, but leave leave the children out of it, yo. Yep. Leave the children out of it. Social policies. It says the social policies is a gender definition. An executive order was issued stating the federal government will recognize only two immutable sexes, male and female, based on reproductive anatomy. This order affects federal policies, including the use of pronouns in government facilities and the funding of transition services. You know what I'm saying? Linda, you might need to go do some reading. America is the whole entire continent. You are not America by yourself. You can't be. All right. So, yeah, the Immigration and Border Security, for sure. Cartel designation, that also happened. Diversity, equity, inclusion, signed the order terminating the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Initiative within the federal government, promoting a return to merit-based treatment. So all of that's gone. And TikTok got 75 days, so that was done. And then also pardon. So the January 6 rioters were also pardoned. Approximately 1,500 individuals convicted in relation to the January 6 Capitol attack received pardons, with 6 commutations also granted as well. So they were also that also happened. So that's a lot of work. A lot of things just in the first day. The first 100 days is about to be lit, right? It really is. So now, how does this IRS thing? So he also did one to abolish the IRS. Okay, and create the external revenue. So, and the reason why is because they're going to take away the taxation on the individual people through the IRS, get rid of the Internal Revenue Service, and operate on the External Revenue Service and focus fully on tariffs. And then that means now, well, let's talk about it, guys. Drop some ones right now. If you're ready for it, we're going to vibe a little bit. Let me know where y'all at. Yeah. So you can understand what could possibly happen, what could benefit you. Let's go. We need to know, man. Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. This dude era has been like a movie, yo. You gotta think about it. Before he started, like the first year, to how many people didn't like him based on what was being portrayed about him, based on how the media chopped up his, how they present stuff to you, etc. Like, it just was controlled in so many different ways. But this dude went up against everybody. He went up against Big Pharma, right? That's part of the whole thing. That's why he was giving you other things to do instead of getting a shot. He went up against, man, the news media. You know what I mean? What else he go up against, man? He went up against all of them. That's what y'all gotta realize. Like everything that we talk about, and he had to face him. Real talk. Even when it comes to dealing with the IRS, etc. Like, so just watching this dude and then realizing that everything he's told you before Biden won, it happened. Everything he said that they were gonna do, it happened. Like, that's the thing. It happened. Nobody got mad. Y'all didn't even, the whole Biden term, y'all never got mad. Y'all didn't get upset. But as soon as somebody come in that does all of this stuff, because what I'm going to tell you today, you should hope they passed it. You should hope this executive order stands. Real talk. Let's jump into it, man. You should really hope this stands. So what does abolishing the IRS actually mean? The proposal to abolish the Internal Revenue Service is a part of a broader push to overhaul the U.S. tax system. It involves eliminating federal income taxes. So that means that automatically there will be no more taxes on individual wages, salaries, or business earnings. You will never have to report these things ever again. It wouldn't be or no reason for a 1040. So what would be replacing the IRS? The tax collection would shift to a new system such as national sales tax or consumption-based tax. So again, you got to understand, as I've been telling you guys, there's no such thing as a consumption-based tax right now because everything is flooded towards the businesses, etc. And these businesses, well, you operate in and then you take on, because if you're the ultimate consumer, then there's not supposed to be any form of taxation to you at all. So it wouldn't be a point. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a point. So now you got overseen. It could be overseen by a different entity, which could be the External Revenue Service as well. And how would taxes be collected? Okay, how would taxes be collected? So the new system would rely on alternative forms of revenue generation, such as national sales tax. So there would be a fixed percentage tax on all goods and services purchased by consumers. So you gotta. That's why I keep telling y'all this. This is just, if they do, then this would be happening, right? But the fact that they're trying to do this should let you know you as a consumer don't actually have a tax right now. I keep saying that. All right, you buy that means, for an example, you buy $100 worth of groceries and pay an additional $10, 10% at checkout, right? Tariffs on imports, right? Tax on foreign goods entering the U.S. These taxes will generate revenue from international trade rather than directly taxing U.S. citizens. So that literally means you guys will no longer be taxed on anything that you are doing. See what I'm saying? Anything. Will not be in tax on you. Targeted taxes on specific goods like gasoline, alcohol, and tobacco. Well, they already do that in a way. So why should they abolish the IRS? It eliminates the need for filing federal income taxes, saving individuals and businesses time and money. No more tax return audits or complex deductions. You wouldn't have to worry about the deductions changing every year, and you got to find the law, and you got to have somebody that's good enough to find it, etc. The reduction of bureaucracy. The IRS is a large, complex agency with high operational costs. Replacing it with a simpler system will reduce government spending as well. Focus on constitutional principles. Advocates argue that income taxes violate constitutional freedoms and that taxation should only occur on consumption, not labor. There you go. So they want to take it away. Stimulate economic growth. Without income taxes, individuals and business retain more money, potentially boosting spending and investments as well. No more income taxes. Workers keep 100% of their earnings, leading to higher take-home pay. No need to navigate complicated tax codes. Taxes will be based on consumption when you spend, not income, what you earn. That's the difference, right? Now, what could be the downside of this? A flat sales tax could disproportionately affect low income families as they spend a larger portion of their income on necessities, right? Example A, 20% tax on grocery would hurt a low income family more than a wealthy one. That is true. Higher prices on goods. Tariffs on imports would increase the cost of many products as companies pass these costs on to consumers. So that means that in order to cover the tax they would have to pay, they're going to up the price, which is true. They would. They already do. Electronic or cars from overseas might become significantly more expensive as well. So that means they already letting you know they taxing anything to come in. They're going to be higher for anything that's foreign. They want to force you to buy in America. Critics worry that sales and tariffs may not generate enough revenue to fund federal programs like Social Security, Medicare, and defense, which we know that's can be definitely different, right? If revenue falls short, programs could face cuts or require other funding mechanisms. So, moving from an income-based system to a consumption-based system will require extensive planning and time. Business and individuals would need to adapt to new tax rules. Well, you got to adapt to new tax rules all the damn time. You know what I mean? It takes a minute. So without safeguards like exemptions or rebates for low-income households, a national sales tax could worsen economic inequality. But again, it just depends on how over far and over broad that they put it. It really wouldn't hurt anything for real, because we can learn from other countries who don't pay taxes on groceries and health, and they got free health care and stuff like that, right? So it's not that it could be bad. You just have to learn the formula that works and see, how does that go with us as well, right? So let's see. The critics argue that abolishing the IRS could destabilize government revenue collection and lead to deficiencies and alternative source to fail to deliver. But literally, what happens in that situation is if you guys just don't, if they're constantly always looking and making stuff taxations for the wealthy, then of course it's always going to be unstable, always, you know. So some experts argue that the federal government's power to tax income is rooted in the 16th Amendment, making this move legally complex as well. What will replace the IRS? Trump administration proposed the External Revenue Service, focused on collecting revenue from external sources such as tariffs on imports and possibly excise taxes. Shifting responsibility will reduce the government's reliance on taxing individual incomes and businesses. And then for individuals, you might no longer need to worry about filing taxes, but you'll pay taxes when you spend your money. But you already do that. You already do that. Most of you do that anyway because you don't understand that you're not supposed to be, because you're the ultimate consumer, and you're not supposed to pay a tax because you're not into resale, right? So for the government, revenue would depend heavily on consumption patterns and trade policies, which literally means if this is the case, then they're going to be putting more money out here. So this change could redefine the relationship between citizens and the government by making taxation more transparent and consumption focused instead of your labor, etc. Because again, even in your labor, you wasn't supposed to be taxed because it was not a wealth gain. It's not a gain or profit. It never is. It's an equal exchange, which you can already be tax exempt for all of this stuff anyway. But I think all of this is literally just making it to a base understanding for everybody, to where, the tax law is more simpler for everyone to understand, etc. Right? But this is a good thing. I say it's a good thing but it also depends on, they're not, when they do tax, based upon consumption or whatever, that they're not trying to take every freaking dollar from you that way either. So that could be one thing or another. But that's what you got to do. And that's another thing. I'm glad you said that. Income has never been truly defined except for in one Supreme Court case, and it had to deal with wealth. where it was considered a gain or where it was considered um, a form of a profit. So that would be the only thing. So, and if they don't never redefine income, then it doesn't matter what they say in there because they haven't defined it any other way. So if income is always going to be considered a gain, et cetera, then they can't tax it. Same thing with the if they go consumption based tax. Well, it depends on who's the consumption because you can still consume something but resell. You can buy something in bulk, that's consumed, and then you go resell it to an ultimate consumer. And again, I still say the ultimate consumer should never be taxed because they're not in a commercial place of business. You can't tax an individual for the near necessities of their life. So we'll just have to see how that plays out. But I think it's real interesting. But like I say, it was like over 20 some different things that has taken place and signed by Donald Trump. And it does affect you, especially if you spend money here. Whether you think you're not a citizen of the United States or this or that, whatever the case may be, you're spending the dollars here regardless because you got to get gas. You got to get food. Okay? You got to get the gas. You got to get the food. So that means that now you're involved in taxation here regardless of how you look at it. Now you got to understand how you're going to volunteer it, how are you going to are you volunteering to apply and paying the tax for the corporation, et cetera? Still is going to go the same, but they're going to have to break it down to, it's going to be a lot of work put into this. I'm not going to say that this would take effect the first year, maybe the second. I don't know, maybe the third, who knows? But it was signed, and that means that it's getting ready to be put in play. No difference than when HJR 192 and all of that stuff, the executive order about the national banking, national banking and the gold, et cetera, all of that, right? It's just, this is like a new time for the same type of thing to happen again. Because again, a system that was created dealing with money, it's failing us. It has failed us in many different ways. Because even when it comes to banking, et cetera, we have no consideration here, none whatsoever. So we just got to make sure that we be mindful into this. But I've been saying this as a joke, but like seriously, I really feel like that because people gonna hate it. Like I just know y'all. Like y'all hate this dude. Y'all gonna hate him. Y'all gonna talk about him. But if them stimulus checks come out, you're not gonna not take the benefits. But you'll say, "Oh, he's the devil." So if he's the devil, don't receive from the devil then. Don't take nothing. Don't receive any of the benefits. Give it back. And I guarantee you, neither one of you are going to do that. Okay? Neither one is going to do that. So, that's the thing. Get out your feelings. Read. Learn how to maneuver. Learn how to move around. Appreciate the roses. But get out your feelings because that ain't helping nobody. It ain't helping me. It ain't helping you. It ain't helping your family. It ain't helping your community. None of that. Get out your feelings. Most of you are pissed off because you don't know shit. You don't know nothing. You don't read. And I keep saying this to each and every last one of y'all. If you hate it so much and you feel like that this is I seen one where somebody was like, this is a clean country and this. Listen, if you hate it so much, y'all, all you got to do, if you feel like your government is basically an act of tyranny against you, the people, abolish it. Go start your own government right now. You and all those people that hate it. But see, first y'all got to learn how to get along with each other. And you can't do that. So what you gonna do? March? Marching ain't gonna do shit. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all just be blowing smoke. Y'all just talking. You don't even know that you can do that, right? You don't know that you can today, right now, if you feel that this government is acting tyrannical against you right now, you got the right to abolish it. You got the right to establish a militia with the sheriff today. But y'all not like that. One, you don't know the right that you can do it. You don't get alone enough. You're not willing to sacrifice what it takes to do that. So just shut up. That's real. I'm a solutionist, yo. I don't got time for the complaints. I don't got time to hear the bickering. Don't talk to me about it because, yes, I like Trump. I like it because I don't have to guess with him. I know what it is. You see what I'm saying? When they brought Obama to me, I didn't know what it was. It looked like me, but it didn't act like me, if that makes sense. Because all of the actions throughout his whole terms did nothing for me. Nothing. Nothing. So I'm just, I'm just trying to make sure you guys get it. Like, because all of this other stuff we doing is just, you just talking. And then it's like, okay, if you believe in God, then believe in God. And leave it at that. Ain't no buts with God. God, it's what it is. But y'all keep forgetting the part about this though. Like God said, you're gonna suffer for shit you do wrong, for your ignorance too. So if you're not applying yourself and to seek knowledge and wisdom daily, you will suffer for the things that you don't know. You gonna suffer. And it really, I don't think it's one individual that could change our fate in any kind of way. I think it takes the whole. It takes you, your family, your community. You decide. And if you're not sitting down with your family, having generational wealth conversations, insurance policies, creating trust, etc., you the fucking Uncle Tom or Sambo, however you want to call it. That's you. Y'all talked about Snoop because he rapped at the thing. But y'all ain't had nothing to shit to say about what's the name shaking booty. Y'all ain't say nothing. Boy, I tell you. Hey, that's just like one of them things, boy. When you hate somebody, you just gonna hate. Like, I want to hate them. Yeah, I just want to hate them. And it's like, what you talked about, Snoop. You talked about these people for what? That's the thing. If you're not sitting there setting up your families, doing etc. what it takes, then what you do? You participating. That's you participating. I don't even know what your question means. How long do you think we'll have to recoup our securities? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. But I mean, it's I just can't. I don't like being around people that complain that you woke up today and a person that you've never seen face to face, you decided to put your problems all and say all your problems come from this individual. And that's crazy. But you go to work, you go to work, you do what you do, right? But you never take the time to pick up a book to learn something to set you and your family further. You are the problem. You are the Sambo. It's you. You know what I'm saying? If like, and that's the thing, if you still supporting all this killing and all this, drug shit, like you still supporting that, and now and you mad, like come on, it's you the Sambo, you're the one that's doing it. It's not an individual that's taking care of his family. It's you. How will changes impact us with what we have been doing through the IRS? Well, I already told you, you're not even gonna have to report anything. Whatever's owed to you, gonna be definitely kicked out to you, if that's what you're asking me. So, what about the Rev? Who is the Rev? What Rev? Just know whatever's owed gonna be kicked out to you. But I think everything finna get ran different. You know, everything finna be done differently. Some things are gonna change And you will see it right now. Some things you're not going to see the effect of it till 10 years down the road, which is why, like, yeah, okay, I'll tell you what. If you want to see the effect of somebody, then again, wait 8 to 10 years. So what we're going through right now is the effect of from the Obama term and before, like all of that. That's what we're going through. But I just don't understand it. Like why we do stuff like that. Like stop complaining. Pick up a book and read. Stop talking about people and get your shit together. We don't have time, to be honest with you. We don't. We don't got the time at all. I'm not mad at Nelly. I'm not mad at Snoop. I'm not even mad at Megan Fox for getting her money. Not Megan Fox, but Megan the Stallion, whatever. I'm not mad at her for getting her money and doing what she did with Kamala. I ain't mad at none of them. Man, get your money. Go back home. Create more generational wealth for your family. Take care and keep it moving. So what? If one of y'all kids was marching in the band at the Trump rally, you wouldn't have said shit. They on. Oh, my baby gonna be on TV. Make sure y'all go. He in the Trump rally, but it don't matter. They on TV. That's all you would have said. You wouldn't have said shit else. It don't matter. So all I'm saying is like, we still got to go to a higher place within ourselves to see to how we want to move and how we want to do things. And I think that pointing the finger and blaming it on everybody when you haven't studied, when you haven't taken the time to study those that you consider the wealthy, etc. Study. What are they doing? Like I said, I asked the question the other day, like, we got the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, etc. Bro, these people do not bank with Wells Fargo and all of that. Even the people, like all of these people are operating out of private banking, out of full whole life insurance and trust, etc., with their families, owning stocks, etc., and throughout their businesses. This is what they're doing. None of these people are going to none of these places to borrow money. They create money through compound interest. Think about that. You can't talk about them when you're not sitting there studying to see what is going on and to operate in that way. But yeah, we'll run to, and we're doing the total opposite of the very same people who helped create the Federal Reserve don't even get their own damn money out of there. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Don't even get their money from dealing in the same way you do. So we got to change the narrative of that. And if you don't, then that's the situation. We are stuck in a cycle of debt. So I hope this just helps some of you guys. You know what I mean? So you can truly understand what is to come, what could possibly happen. But stay away from all the negative Nancy's and the doubting Thomas and all of them. Stay away from them. And before people get to asking questions about all these people, they want to argue about whether somebody did something for Trump or etc. Ask them, what are we doing for our family? Other than that, you're just like what you talk about. You know what I'm saying? Are we really having these passionate things, conversations and stuff, for our families to move forward? Because if not, again, you're just like the enemy you speak about. You are them. You've learned their ways to the point to where you you destroy yourself. You became a tool for them. Even though you don't like them, you became a tool for them in the destruction of yourself and your family. So if you hollering you don't like Trump, go get a trust, right? Yeah, go start you a trust from your family. Make sure your whole family got insurance policies, etc. Start creating a generational wealth right now. Come on, pick up a book and start studying. Learn your status. Learn what your status is here on the American soil. Who are you? That's what you got to do. Other than that, y'all just blowing smoke. Y'all do this every time. You just talking out your ass. And that's real. So here it is, the very dude that you hate finna make sure you don't even got to pay federal taxes no more. Oh, man. That's all I'm going to say. But I appreciate y'all, man, today. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Got a beautiful day ahead of myself. Might pop back on here later on tonight. We're going to talk about some other things as well. But I thought this was a good thing to talk about because, again, like I say, everybody was watching the NCAA championship yesterday while all of this stuff was being signed. You know what I mean? And you got to, like, Trump got a coin now. And you best believe Trump coin is going to sell. You can bet your bottom dollar. So go get some of them coins. I'm definitely finna do that myself today. Go get you some. Cause it's finna happen. His wife got one too. So you better get some of them coins. You gotta realize they had a whole crypto party, bro. The whole world got to see it. The advertisement of that. So, hey man, learn. This dude right here can make you some money the whole entire term he in there if you pay attention. Now it's like 70, right? Yeah, it was like $3. So you gotta think about that. So I just want y'all to know that, man. This dude really, 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 really. Really, really, really. If you pay attention, you should make some great money these next 4 years for you and your family. Yeah, Elon got a coin too, huh? So there's a lot of coins out here that's going, and you best believe every last one of them that got a coin, and they all in the same administration and campaign together, they're all going to buy each other's coin. So it's going to go up. So I'm just letting y'all know it's gonna be there. But you guys, man, you guys have a great and beautiful day. I'll catch you guys later. I see some of y'all said y'all wanted, let me get back to this right quick. Some of y'all said that you wanted to receive what we did yesterday. All right, you go to ingodwetrustacademy.com as you see on the screen. All right, and then when you get there, you go into the search and you put in sacred wealth. All right, and it'll take you to it. And you should see this screen. Sacred wealth has everything in it. It's $150. Now, you can pay $150 for this one particular class. Or you can type in gold member option for January. Click on it. You can pay $100 and you will get every class and templates that we have done this month. Okay? Up to you. However you want to do it. Totally up to you. All right. So that is how you can get that particular class as well. Y'all have a great and beautiful day.